Morning, Ashton. Here I am again. Hi, Tiffany. So this is my shipping show thing where I do the community service type thing to see if anybody needs a hand with anything. I got to get all these devices online. So I got everything sorted last night from last night's show, but I still got to ship it this morning after I'm done with this. And yeah, oh goodness, those of you that were here, yeah, there's Becky. Ah, oh my God, 300 and some items. Oh, we got it all sorted though. I gotta get it shipped. And I still made it here this morning. Ain't that some shit? Oh, sorry for shaking you guys. And well, a bunch are yours. You and Alex have definitely a couple big boxes. Oh my God. Thank you for that. That was fun. You know how I dragged my ass in here this morning. I was supposed to be here at 7, but that wasn't happening. Oh goodness. Some reason it says difficulty connecting to Facebook Live. So this is for those of you that don't know, it's a pretty much a sponsored Givey show. I just takes all my time to help out those who might need a hand with shipping. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm going to close this, or try. There we go. All right. I'm doing this ahead. Yeah. Oh, you too? You didn't do a show this morning, did you? Ah, okay. May the force be with you. Thank you for last night. It was much appreciated.
Nitty gritty out of Long Beach. It's over there. I'm pointing southwest.
You guys hear the music?
Thing here in Hollywood. It's Magic Matt on 70s on 7. A fine homage to the incredible dancer Bill Bojangles Robinson.
And if you guys were here last night for my show, I will tell you that I'm not going to use too many of these for last night's show, these flat rate boxes, because I did a reduced shipping. Hey, Shunny, you got a big box.
The city of brotherly love. Nothing left
Thank
to
you.
say on a Friday, but burn, baby, burn.
Yours is all sorted out. One of these boxes has your name tag in it, Johnny. Have you been to the new place yet? So basically, we're just kind of hanging out here to see if any of you guys have any questions about shipping that you might need help working through. It is a sponsored Gibby show. Wow. Yeah, I bet at 1:30 and up at 6:30. Well, 6:45, which is why I started at 7:30 instead of 7. Morning, Rachel. Hello, pallet mix pulls. See you guys in there. If anybody has any shipping questions, anything you're trying to work through, no questions are stupid. It's a very, very, very good idea to ask them before you get cooked. Oh. Shipping you started flat rate, then it goes over 5 pounds, switch to ground or just ground. There's a number of ways you can do that sporadic resale. Last night, I did. Yeah, I cooked myself a little bit on shipping. So I set I set over 5 pounds at flat rate box as well. That's because I needed to be in control of the shipping. So rather than have the app just continually charge me for shipping on everything, not knowing how it was going to bundle, I had it to stop at 921. So once the customer paid 921, it just kept building the boxes. It didn't charge me anything additional for shipping. It didn't charge the customer anything additional for shipping. Oi, Becky, you don't have to do that. Jeez, Louise, you're supposed to be shipping your own shit. Damn it. Here, Becky did that. Let me do this. All right, here comes a Starbucks card. I'm not doing many Starbucks cards on us, you guys. We're giving we're giving time as it is. But here's one because Becky did that. There we go. Thank you, Becky. Um back to yeah, we'll see how it goes, hey Becky. Uh for those of you that don't, yeah. Oy. But anyway, so what I did is I set it at 921 and then 5 pound over 5 pounds at priority. So it ought, even if I had shipping turned on for people, it would have stopped charging at that because of the way I set it. I have to set it ground over 5 pounds to make sure that I don't get cooked on that. One thing that I want to tell you guys, if you're going to do a reduced shipping show, make sure you know your customers. Make sure you know that you're going to sell your product for enough to cover shipping, plus give some money back to the company so that you can put it back in the company and one, give yourself a paycheck, and two, buy more product. If you don't have anything left to sell afterwards, this could be bad. Um, I still have stuff left to sell. Can you guys hear the music? Shadow, shadow. And not me, I'm talking about the real stuff. Here we go. Hey, Sporadic, how you doing? And if I lose you, if it's long, it's I. Oh, I know what I want to tag somebody in here. Yes, I'm being followed by shadow. Helena Boo, good morning to you. Shadow. Ooh, shadow, shadow. So we're doing a $5 Starbucks card on us, courtesy of Becky Hoff and her generous tip this morning. Trying to see if I got any shipping questions. Nebraska's in the house. Good morning. Is that Jay Matoa? Nice to see you in there. You guys feel free to drop where you're from. Jumpin' Jacks. Good morning. I'm about to get cooked. I'm already, look at my eyes. You guys know me. My eyelids are already half closed all the time anyway because there's too much of them there. I'm not going to fix that. I'm too fucking old for that. Don't need the surgery. But last night was fun. Oh my God. We did, we, I don't know, were you watching last night, Kalina Boo? You missed it? Oh, Becky probably screenshotted some highlights. Oh, yeah. But I did 10-second sudden death on everything. Some of it I might move to 5 seconds in a time. We'll see how it goes. But we just boom and boom and boom and boom and boom and boom. And, and you're back for more. Well, this one's a shipping show, so I'm not really selling anything except the sponsored giveaways. That's just kind of help cover my time. It gives a giveaway to the community and covers my time for helping you guys with shipping if you have issues. And we all do better when we all do better. So we put in our part. We certainly don't make a lot doing those sponsored shows, but what we do is we help the community. And so when the community gets help and grows, then that helps all of us indirectly. So that's how we do that. And I have my glasses off because, well, I just need to rub my eyes more this morning. Oh, and I got to shave my head again. Look at this. It's getting long, you guys. It's terrible. It's up to an 1/8 inch. I'll keep the beard though. I didn't have time this morning. I could barely find my way to the bathroom and out the door. I did find coffee. Thank you, Sugar Shack. I'm in northern Minnesota. I'm in Virginia, Minnesota. We have a nice little place down the block. It's called the Sugar Shack. They got me my Americano this morning. If anybody's local, shout out to the Sugar Shack. Don't forget to stop by there. Tell them you heard about them on Mystery Deals. We want to keep building locally and nationally. What time? I'm in Central Time Zone. Where are you at? Same. You're not. You're in Minnesota. Oh, South Louisiana. Cool. Here comes that gift card, and void something memo. I thought it said. I couldn't see what the hell that said. You're getting a $5 Starbucks card on us, courtesy of Becky Hoff. And I don't, Becky, you're not selling on your own channel yet, are you? You're just working on Med City liquidation. I don't know if you're still there anyway. She's working on shipping her own stuff. Well, I think we had half of the Med City crew in here last night in my show. That was so awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for that.
Magic Manna played one for Robert and all the Angels, their toy makers, to Beast Lake.
Anybody have any questions about shipping on whatnot?
Any organization that deals with children that need a little joy in tough times.
Just dropped the boys off at school. That's not a bad thing.
Magic Manna at SiriusXM.com here on Companies on 7. Be more than happy to play.
Helena Boo, you're in Louisiana. Don't forget to look up Kiki Thrifted It. Kiki Thrifted It is also in Louisiana now. How do I make it so my giveies aren't $5 to ship? Well, first things first. Are you doing gift cards, or are you doing a product of some sort? Yeah, it's a her. She's hang on, let me see if I can tag her here. I've opened up smiley faces instead of the damn ad symbol. Here you go. Kiki Thrifted It. She's down there. She works really hard to curate some really good shows for you guys. And she's done her reset in life to Louisiana. So we wish her the best. She was up in or anyway on the northern East Coast. And she can tell her own story, but good stuff. Okay. Pallet pulls, it's envelope size. So is it envelope size flat? Like a gift card or a piece of paper or stickers? Because envelopes are restrictive, and I mean you can only put. It's got to be machinable. It's pins. How are you putting pins in an envelope? Don't they have a hearts? Oh, bubble envelope. So as long as it's not over 1/4 of an inch thick, I mean, and it's machinable. How much shipping do you eat when you do 921 max shipping show? I was well fed last night. It depends on how many people buy a boatload of shit. But let me finish this pallet mix thing here quick. Pallet mix pulls, it has to be machinable. I'm going to show you how to set it for if it's machinable. I'm not talking to you about what you can put in the envelope. I'm going to show you how to set it for doing the envelopes. What you put in the envelope, you're going to have to figure out because I don't know your details. All right. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see here. Shipping. Once you get into shipping, make sure that you have under domestic shipments, first class letter turned on. Turn on first class letter. Then when you make your when you make your listing, hang on, let me get to the listings. Isn't this fun? Okay. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to put edit listing on sports, and so I label it sports cards. In the sports cards category, you can also do stickers category. Call it what you will. Then I write the title out. Then I go down there and under shipping profile, I choose 0 to 1 ounces on smart bundling. Do not make a custom profile for it. Just choose 0 to 1 ounces on custom on the regular uh, smart bundling, and then I do followers only. That is how you get the 78-cent shipping. Aloha seller. Welcome in. Just doing a little shipping show this morning. Trying to recover from last night. Did you stop in last night, Aloha seller? Apparently you missed a good comedy hour for 3 hours. Let's see. And you're welcome, Palette Mix Pulls. This morning, no, this is just it's in the community section. I have some sponsored gibbies in there, and we're just talking about shipping. If anybody has questions about shipping or selling or whatnot, you want to, brainstorm a little bit, we can do that. Sometimes we co-host on the show if somebody needs to do that. And just it's basically community based. Who's that? See, Linda Rankin. It's basically um, like a service to the community to help out. There's a couple people. I mean, we only got 5 people in here right now. Some of the folks that have come in and out have had some questions about shipping, and we've been able to help them. And that's where it's at. Wow. Not a whole lot of people in here, but for those that are, hey, welcome in. Any questions about shipping on whatnot? Setting up custom profiles versus smart bundles versus free shipping versus reduced shipping. Flat rate shipping is my favorite. How much do you eat with reduced shipping? Okay, that's the question I was looking for. So sometimes you don't eat anything. Sometimes you eat, 2 or 3 boxes. Last night we had a couple people buy a lot of stuff under reduced shipping. So on those, we're going to spend a little bit to ship it. If you're doing reduced shipping and you don't have the option to use, well, you want to make sure you set ground to your over 5 pounds. Excuse me, just a second. You want to set your over 5 pounds to ground because you don't want to have to buy a priority label. If you have to buy a priority label for something that's big, it's not necessarily going to be good. So you want to be careful with that. That's for sure. The other phone is making ding-a-ding noises. I can't tell you the dollars and cents of last night's debacle yet because I just sorted it all out. It's all in big boxes. It's got to be figured out what it fits in. I can tell you that I'm going to have a couple of boxes that are going to go on a, so I can do bring your own label. I have UPS beta. That's a little bit more economical. My actual contract with UPS starts on Monday. So that's helpful. I don't know how many people whatnot's allowing on beta. I've been told by a couple people that they stopped adding people to the UPS beta. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully someday they'll get that integrated so that you just have the ability to use UPS. And then for your stuff in a certain weight range and size category, it's a better deal. That's for sure. But you can get cooked really quick. If you have, say you have somebody buy a whole bunch of stuff and now you've got a 30-pound box and you're shipping it USPS ground, you might get charged an additional $48. So sometimes it's worthwhile to see how many packages that'll fit, how many flat rate boxes that'll fit into, and split it up into flat rate boxes. That might be a little bit cheaper. If you can fit it in 3 flat rates, then you're only paying an extra 20 because they paid for one. But if you have to do it in a big giant box at 28 pounds or whatever, 24 pounds, it's going to cost you maybe $40 extra, depending on where they are. Excuse my yawning, you guys. I did not get enough sleep, but I can still do this.
It's sort of freaky, don't you think? I gotta stop dwelling on this. I may take my headphones and go home.
Yeah, bring your own label, and not as far as I know, that's still not rolled out to everybody. I think it's still beta.
I I hope I'm not playing down a summer just for myself.
It is a helpful thing if you want to do like bundle boxes for clothes, where you want to use like maybe a 17-inch box instead of the 12-inch post office box. Oh God, I think the coffee's making me more tired. Ah. There's also some videos in the if you log into Whatnot on the computer instead of on your phone. There's a lot of videos about shipping in there. By all means, I suggest you watch them. Some of it will be applicable to you, and some of it will not. Oh, I'm sorry you don't drink coffee. If you take a blood sample, it'll say coffee from me. No, it used to. It's not that bad anymore. I used to have I was in the military. I had a pot on my desk all day long. I was spent some time. Well, it's a long story, but anyway, first sergeant and commander knew they could always walk into my office and get their coffee. You haven't done your first show yet? I was Army. First, I was Army National Guard. Then I went active duty, and then I got out. In a couple hours, your first show, cool. What are you going to be selling? Cool. Morning, Tammy. Look at I survived. You were in here last night too, weren't you? How late did you stay? Thank you, my dear. Nice. Yours is boxed up. Everybody's is boxed up. I need a couple of coffees. Hi, Cappy. So by the time I got to bed, it was almost 1:30. We didn't get anything actually shipped, but we did get the entire thing sorted out. There was over 300 lots last night in 3 hours. We were moving. Oh my God. Starting with items I've accumulated and never used. Clothes, jewelry, all the randomness I've purchased from this app. Nice. Um, well, I hope you have a successful show. It was fun. Um, yeah. I'll be here, but call instead of texting. Try giving a call if you don't get an answer to the text. I got the phones are on do not disturb right now, but I don't always see the text. It doesn't always give me the thing. Domestic shipments 1 to 5 pounds at flat rate boxes active. If the weight of the product is less than 1 pound, what kind of label should I expect? Well, so you get a ground label if it's less than a pound. But that depends on how you have your weight set up for your items. But less than a pound, you'll get a ground label. So then you'll have to use either a poly bag or a brown box of some sort. Oops, brown box of some sort. 5:35 alarm at 1. Yeah, that's a rough alarm. I agree with you. That's fine, Kathy. you can send her the just screenshot the pickup QR code. I'll tell you what. Once I get the stuff shipped that I did, I'm probably going to take a nap. Or maybe I'll take a nap first and then ship it because it doesn't go out until tonight anyway with UPS, a lot of it. Some of the post office stuff might get out a little earlier. But yeah, yours truly definitely needs a nap. Julie and I were in here sorting. Oh boy, were we sorting last night. My table that I usually use to stage everything. Well, you saw it. You were here, Kathy. It's still full of that stuff. Oh my God. Jumping jacks, no. Copy. Are the size limits for the poly bags? I have mixed sizes. So jumping jacks, the poly bags is does it fit? I mean, I have poly bags that are 24 by 24. You technically still should put in the dimensions, kinda. I do. She wants to go shopping. That's cool. Um, all right. Well, just somebody call and make sure I'm awake. And if I'm in do not disturb mode, as long as I'm not live, you can call a second time so it busts through. But if I'm live, please don't. And that would be live, not alive. Hopefully, I'll still be alive, just not doing alive. Boy, I need sleep. Um, Back to the polybag question. So, I mean, it's still got a potential for dimensional weight on the polybags. You also want to make sure that whatever it is not going to rip the bag. You don't want the bag to rip and lose your shit all over the postal services facilities. Kids clothes. I don't know why you would use. Are you for polybags for kids clothes? Something ain't adding up. You can fit for little kids clothes. You can fit like 12 to 15 items in this box at 921. Okay. For a poly bag, if you use a giant poly bag, you're going to go over 5 pounds. And when you change I guess if you're doing reduced shipping, then it's okay because you're paying the difference. Make sure you have ground turned on. Um, Ground for over 5 pounds, or you're going to get roasted on cost. If you set it to flat rate over 5 pounds, then it's not going to give you a ground label, and flat rate over 5 pounds is going to give you the wrong label. You'll get a label that won't work. I mean, flat rates for flat rate boxes only. So unless you're well versed in how to get around all that stuff and make it right after the fact, make sure you have it set right. Um, I've got 17,000 plus sales in. The ladies that were in last night from Med City, you guys are at what 147, 148, maybe 150,000 sales. So, I mean, for us, doing the shipping and getting things worked around is second nature. This show is pretty much for, hey, you don't have all that experience yet. Let's try and help you not get cooked. I don't want to see you get cooked while you're learning. And then once you played around with it, you're gonna get cooked a little bit playing around with it while you learn. But then you'll be able to figure out how to maximize the value to your customer and protect yourself. If you're doing reduced shipping, the other option is start your items higher if they will support it so that you're covering the shipping. Some things you can't, I mean, you can't start some things higher. Here's, let's see, hold on, let me show you. This takes up space, but how high can I really start this? I can't go over $2 for that, right? Somebody might buy it for $3. In my opinion, that's a good price for it. If somebody wants to pay more, that's fine. I'm all for it. I appreciate the support. They're like $4 in the store. If I'm doing reduced shipping, fine. Give me my $4 and thank you for supporting me. I appreciate that. But when you're dealing with liquidation market, people are looking for things at a much more reasonable price. So be careful that you set everything so you don't get cooked. So be careful. Not all priority bags are flat rate and can't use flat rate if you don't have a set. So no, priority bags are not flat rate. Boxes are flat rate. I think there's a couple of, there might be a poly mailer that's flat rate, but you can't fit a lot of clothes in the flat rate poly mailer. Matter of fact, I don't even think I've seen the poly mailer in the options. Yeah, no, that's so good. There is a flat rate, there's some flat rate envelopes, but not the greatest option. Apparently, I need a shot of oxygen. Holy crap! All right, Kathy, you have fun. Well, if your first item is at 7 ounces, what's your second item set at? 8. So that adds up to 15. So that's not going to pay for a box. That's only going to pay ground. That's going to give you ground shipping. So my suggestion would be set your first one at 8 and set your second one at 8. Then they've got to, then by the, then the yeah. That way you're at a pound and now you get a flat rate label or a priority label for 1 to 5 pounds on the second item. Then the customer is going to see free shipping after that. And then they're going to buy more. And in some cases, they're going to buy a lot more. Uh, oh, I've got my oxyacetylene torch at home. I want to go home and turn on the oxygen part. Hey, Smoky Mountain Flippers, how you doing this morning? Gets you in trouble as a customer? Yeah, but it can get the seller in trouble too. It depends on their price points. Keep in mind that we all do better when we all do better. Paying a fair price for your product, especially when it's free shipping or reduced shipping, ensures that your seller can stay in business. And if your seller can't stay in business, you're going to get everything they got in their store and they're done. They're cooked. They're out of money. They're out of business. They're roasted. Then what? So it's got to work for everybody. That's just the way it works. Shipping, and more shipping. Anybody with shipping questions or any observations you made that you want to roll through, you're welcome to do that. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, sometimes teamwork is not necessarily helpful. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, if you have the right team members, it helps. Any more questions about shipping? Oh, we're down to 4 people in here. Holy crap. That's crazy. Suppose everybody's tired of seeing me yawn. I'm not going to run a lot of giveaways on mystery deals, guys. This is a shipping sponsored giveaway show. Once the customer gets to a pound and the flat rate is active, can I use any size flat rate box? 2 small toddler shirts would be silly and large. Yeah, you can use a smaller box. Just when you're doing your shipping and you go into to your shipping tab for shipping change. Thank you, Jumpin' Jacks, much appreciated. So when you go into your shipping tab, you can change it to whatever size flat rate box you're actually using, which is very important. You want the right size flat rate label for the right size flat rate box. And there's a caveat. Here we go. So if you have flat rate turned on and it doesn't fit in the small one and a medium one is too big, they have these. This is 7 by 7 by 6 on the inside, priority box. You can turn flat rate off, change the dimensions to this, and put the weight as long as it's over a pound and under 5 pounds, and use a priority label for this. So that's the other thing that you can do different. So you don't, just because you chose flat rate doesn't mean you have to use flat rate. You can switch it to a regular priority box or any, you can even use This brown box, although I don't know why you'd want to spend the money on buying the box unless it's hazmat, you can even use the brown box. As long as it's 1 to 5 pounds, you can slap a priority label on here that has the weight on it, and you're good. And the app will give you a priority label for that 921. You can also use one of the poly bags. I prefer boxes, especially the free ones. If the post office is willing to buy me boxes, I like using them. Yeah, so after the show, when you're doing your shipping, that's when you change to the actual dimensions. It's really important to do that. If you're doing everything exactly the same your whole show, and it'll all fit in the same size box, and you don't have to change anything, then you can push print all, and you don't have to do all that shit. But if you're selling, like last night, I sold these. I sold these. I sold these. I ate some too. Hold on. What else did I sell? I sold cereal. Okay, you getting the idea how that can change, right? So it's really important to put those details in there so that that your shipping will work out. What else did I sell? I sold these. Um, I sold all kinds of crazy shit. I don't know. There's more. It was fun. Oh, I sold candy. I sold candy. I mean, there's just all kinds of craziness. So every time I go to a shipment now this morning, when I start packing this in the boxes that it's going to ship in, as I look on that line, I need to make sure that I have the right box selected. Also, if you have people, good morning, Electro. What does it say? Electro Vault, I think. I don't have my glasses on. I'm doing what I can here. Cut me some slack. I'm tired. Shipping. Another thing that I suggest that everybody does, um, when you get to your shipping tab, there's a place on the tab. Let's see if I can open it on here. I don't know if it'll, let's see. This is kind of important. Just bear with me. I'll see if I can show you this. Texted me a code. I'm in Do Not Disturb. What the heck here? Huh. It doesn't want to open Whatnot on my tablet. 38-pound huge box. Do I have to change box dimensions after it sells? Oh shit. So right, I can't get that to open on my tablet. Something's haywire here. It's not. That's disturbing. No, you need to change that before you sell it. So if you have something that huge, you need to make a custom profile for it. Unless you want to pay all the shipping for it, and it's not going to be cheap. I'm going to show you something here, Electro. Do you know where the shipping tabs are to make custom profiles? 38 pounds? Yeah, probably about 50 extra bucks. It depends on how you set it. What's the dimensions on your 38 pounds box? Roughly. And for those of you that were stuff, I mean, it's around 15 wide, 3 feet tall, 15 thick. Do you know how to make custom shipping profiles? Okay. Do you know how to get to that page? Okay, see where it says custom shipping profiles? Tap that. I have like a lot of them. And this is my custom profile for a microwave, 43 pounds. Box dimensions. See the box dimensions there. You need to do this or you're going to get roasted. Um, you can send me the number, yes. Keep in mind that I'll do my best. I'll do my best to follow through with calls. I'm also running my own shows. I'm just slammed right now. Slammed as in you sold a lot, had a good show, or just a lot of other things to do. Which is sold a lot. Yeah, I know the feeling. I did last night. I didn't sell them for the price wasn't real high, but I was selling just regular groceries and candy and stuff. So I did all right. It was fair price for a fair product. Um, so it's all dependent on what you're selling. But yeah, if you want to send me a number. Oh shit, that's hilarious. Did she sell a lot? See, this couple of months that I was every show, yeah, this couple of months that I was dealing with a lot of family stuff and I was not on here, I missed who's who. Sorry. The gray-haired old brain started forgetting who's who. But yeah, you're welcome to call me or I'll call you. Send me a DM. I mean, I'll help anybody. That's what I do. We all do better when we all do better. That's a fact. But let's get that shit straight before you go selling it because yeah, it could hurt. Sometimes I sell electric motors. They're, this big around and that long and they weigh 40 pounds, 30, 40 pounds. Um, their original cost is in the hundreds, so people don't mind paying the shipping. But it's very important to get the shipping right before you sell it. And if it comes out to be that it's too high, that's too expensive to ship, offer it for local pickup. And if there's somebody local to you pops into your show that can use it, then you sell it that way. It's a hoverboard with a go-kart attachment. It's worth $350. Oh, nice. Well, it's worth whatever somebody will give you for it. That's what everything is worth exactly what somebody will give you today and not a penny more. Now, if you want to hold on till somebody finds it more valuable, you're welcome to do that. But keep in mind, this is an auction site and it's worth exactly what somebody will give you. Um, some of the things that I sold last night, I was like, why did that go up? I don't understand. But it was worth it to that person. I had a couple of things that people paid me retail for, but they were already on free shipping. So, um, for them it was worth it. They didn't have to go to the store to get it. Here it comes. They're getting it in the package anyway. So that works out well. It doesn't always work that way, but I'm paying the shipping.
Cute little hippie
So
kid from the Netherlands, Mariska
that's how
Trevor.
that went.
Blue,
Planning on
who
posting
mentioned
it for
two
100.
Friday
You're going to start the bid at 100?
Deputies on 7.
Brand new factory sealed. Nice.
New Jersey with a singing style of his own. And in 77, I understand Elliot Lurie got up there on stage just the other day to perform this song by his band Looking Glass. Paul McCartney calls Elliot a.
Why would you want to limit yourself to $100 fixed? Are you posting on another platform? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, I know they get rid of it stuff. Oh yeah, I know that theory really well. I mean, we can talk about it when you shoot me the number and we talk on the phone. But um, so on that note, if you can squish it into this box, listed as a single label item, put it in a large flat rate box. If it's under 5 pounds, a different profile altogether. Right? Yes. If it's under 5 pounds, there's also a large mailing box, a little bigger than this, you can squish things into. If you have to go bigger than that, I can't get at them right now because I got too much crap in the way. Walmart sells a 15 by 12 by 10 box. It's $1.09 for the box. Electro, which yeah, let's talk about that one. I mean, I don't disagree with you wanting to bless somebody. That's not a bad thing, but yeah. It's back to the jackets, the coat. Walmart sells that 15 by 12 by 10 box. If it's a kid's jacket, I would think it would at least fit in a. I mean, I can squish them in there. I'm just telling you, it should fit in flat rate. But in the Walmart box, you can fit maybe two of them in there. So that's where I go jumping jacks is to that size. Sometimes I have boxes that I can recycle from whatever else. Like I got a Walgreens load in yesterday, so I've got all these Walgreens boxes. A couple of those are getting shipped out UPS because I'm on that beta program. But try and find the box size that fits, and then set your custom profile accordingly. Uh, if you're not doing reduced shipping, if it's customer pays shipping, set your profile accordingly. If you're doing reduced shipping, it still helps to set your profile accordingly, but be careful. You don't want to overcharge yourself for shipping because you ain't getting it back. If you overcharge yourself for shipping, you ain't getting it back. Shipping, and more shipping. Yeah, absolutely, jumping jacks. I got no problem with that. You just gotta, if you've already got the number, that's great. It's. I think it's on the Facebook page too, or it might be. I don't know. It's around, or send me a message. Yeah, not a problem. Thank you, jumping jacks. Much appreciated. 15 ounces. Oh yeah, you were paying for that one, weren't you? Ooh wee. Talk to you later. Yeah, you 15 pounds, 15 ounces. Ouch. Oh, what did you end up paying? About 26 bucks extra? Yeah, it wouldn't fit in a flat rate box, I take it. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I know the drill. Sometimes it's like that. You can you can always send a message to your customer of how it was screwed up. Sometimes they'll shoot you a tip or something to help cover it if it was a mistake, and sometimes you're just eating it. I mean, it never. If you don't ask, the answer's already no. So it doesn't hurt to say, hey, this is going to cost me. Yes, I'm shipping it either way. If you can help out a little, that'd be great. If not, hey, that's okay too. It was my error, but we all do better when we all do better. And if you can kind of find a way to live that, then you're in much better shape. Why does everyone say ship in priority, not flat rate? What's the difference? Which one should I ship in? Well, it depends on what you're shipping. for starters. If you can fit it in a flat rate box, you can fit a lot of stuff in that box. Why not? But that's priority. Priority flat rate. This is also priority. It's not flat rate. This one is 1 to 5 pounds. Anything over 5 pounds, if you ship it in here, you're going to pay through the nose for a priority label. And if you put a ground label on something that's on a priority box, then it's going to go postage due. So you want to be careful with that. Spooky Crew, what are you selling?
Somebody's on 7 on Silk Floss. For a moment of 8-track, take this.
Everything.
It's nice.
Okay. You do clothes? If you do clothes and you're doing customer pays all shipping, if it's adult clothes, just normal size stuff, you can fit somewhere between 6 and 9 items in this box. So you'd want a custom profile for that. Knickknacks. If you're doing knickknacks, you can get cooked really quick on shipping. I did food last night. We do poly bags on clothes, 24 by 24. Yeah, and you're still supposed to do the measurements and the weights on that, Electro. Got to make sure you got the weights right, or eventually it's going to bite somebody. Coffee with Raj can answer to talk about that question. Yeah. Back to the knickknack stuff. So last night I did food. Same difference for sizes. I sold these. I sold these. I sold these. I sold bags of cookies. I sold bags of candy. I sold big bags of candy. I maybe did some vitamins. I did some boxes of, whoops, I threw it around. I did some boxes of cereal. Okay. So, Spooky Crew Grandma, did you see all the different size stuff that I just held up? Are you still okay? Last night I used smart bundling and I did max shipping. So I had my prices set a little bit higher to start with to cover shipping. All of those things will ship differently depending on how many and what size of things that each person bought. If you're doing customer pays all shipping, you want to make sure you have ground turned on for over 5 pounds. That way it will charge additional shipping. If it gets too big in the volume, you're still going to end up getting roasted because dimensional weight comes into play also on ground. So if it's over a cubic foot, it starts to go up dimensionally. I cannot tell you that you should or shouldn't use priority or flat rate priority. It all depends on the volume of what you're selling, the size of it. And when I say volume, I don't mean how many total things. It's the size of each item and how much you can fit in a box. I would suggest running all your small stuff first with a custom profile for how many fit in a box. Then run your medium things with a custom profile for how many fit in a box. Then your large things that are probably one label, one piece. That's my suggestion. You can also send me a DM. We can try and talk through some of it if you would like. And that would be on the phone. We would do a phone call because it's difficult to do this way. Let me catch up to my chat messages here. Make it with you. Spooky Crew Grandma. It's a familiar last name. Anybody in your family have anything to do with trucking? And anybody with that last name involved in trucking? Did you and I meet? I thought if your name is right on here, Charles Boyer.
be short or long. Love can be right.
Oh, that's your husband? I gotta check my phone book. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
I'd like to wake it with you.
Oh no, this guy's name was Jim. There's a Jim Boyer that's a retired truck driver that I used to communicate with quite a bit. I used to drive truck also. So if he's related to Jim Boyer that drove, might have been a vet as well. I'm one of those too. But yeah, send me the DM with the number and we can talk through some of that, trying to help you get it set up. The vet too, cool, nice. We all do better when we all do better. I try and live it. Every once in a while, it works out. Sometimes somebody gets cooked. We just do the best we can and try and minimize the damage and maximize the value to our customers. That's what's important. Well, I'm down to 3 people in here. 2 of them are me because I got 2 phones on. Shipping questions. Yeah, I've had disasters too, but let me tell you, Callan, you're absolutely welcome. Hey, welcome in. I see a couple new names coming up. Yeah. Shipping, and more shipping. Morning, Brittany. How you doing? You still got some stuff to pick up, I think, Brittany. I'm not sure. Now that we're down on Chestnut, you got to give a call to make sure somebody's around. Mhm. Yep, that's awesome. Did you see my show last night, Brittany? Springfield? No, I'm in Virginia, Minnesota. Date night's a good thing. Don't have to apologize for that. Yeah, date night's definitely a good thing. I still have a bunch more food and candy and chips and stuff to sell. I got some HBA that's on the shelf for local purchase as well. It can't stuff that can't be listed on Whatnot. I did over 300 items in 3 hours. Becky, Alex, Amy, almost the whole Med City crew, I think, rotated through the show last night. Becky and Alex were modding. Somebody else, Paige from down there was modding. I mean, everybody from Med City showed up in the show. It was just crazy. Lots of fun it was. Lots of fun. I got it all sorted last night. I didn't get to bed till 1:30. I got to ship it this morning. Oh, yes, he did. Any more shipping questions on this little crazy app of Whatnot? Any more shipping questions out there in Whatnotville? Oh, nobody left. I'd be in Beepletoon. I'd be by my damn self. Well, that's crazy. Huh. All right. Well, if anybody still hears me, we're going to get out of here. I'll do a raid of 1. Ain't that hilarious?